Good morning. How you going, everybody? Nice to see you today. So, I just wanted to do a 30-minute Zoom call with you guys, and the title today is we're talking about why water matters and what really is our water and why it matters to you and your family. I'll just turn that off for a sec. We'll snooze that. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about. So, my name is Cherie Billing. I am part of a high ticket affiliate marketing business, and we have obviously affiliate products with that. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that today. So I'm very excited to have you here today. I'll just see who else is coming on. I'll get rid of that. Sorry, I'll just enlarge that. So that's good. Yeah, beautiful. So today, just welcome. So my name is Sheree Billing. I've been with the company for a couple of years now. I'm learning all the time. I also work full time in retail in sales. I'm a grandma. I have three grandies. I have a partner. I have a dog who's sitting at the door at the moment. He's looking at me going, "You're home, but we haven't been for our walk yet," but that's okay. That'll come later. So he's quite excited to have me home today. Sorry, I've just got things popping up. Get rid of those. We will dismiss because that's on now. So yeah, basically, I just wanted to know who is in my group that wants to reach out to me because I'm trying to get more engagement with that as well. I also have a business page and I also have my personal page. So if you're following on my personal page, please feel free to go and join my wellness conscious page, which I am trying to get more of a group, more of an interaction with you guys so that I can educate you. I can sell you machines. I can offer my loaner machine now. Yay! So yeah, and I wanted to know the things about you that you need to change. I also want to know, like, are you being consistently looking at new ideas, or is there one particular area you want to look into? I never wanted to join a business. I looked at this as eco-friendly, and I was looking at the products. So I didn't actually realize that there was a business behind the products. So that was really exciting for me once I sort of purchased. Originally, I purchased my first product, which was an Anespa, which was a shower. So I hated the mains water, the smell of the chlorine, and the fact that my skin was always irritated from that. So I didn't like that at all. So that was my first product that I purchased. And then I thought, well, if I'm washing my skin, then why don't I drink the water? I was never really a drinking water. I actually worked as a cafe coordinator with McDonald's for about 8 years. And I also worked in central markets and I worked in cafes. And I just found I was replacing my water with coffee, which was that caffeine fix. So I was always running on that adrenaline of the caffeine, but I didn't realize until I looked further into these products. Caffeine is actually very dehydrating. And as much as you might get that high energy with drinking the caffeine, it takes about 8 glasses of water to then flush those toxins and that acidity out of your body. So I'm learning more of that about that with the products that I've now purchased and that I'm now offering to you as a way for wellness. So basically, our body is running at a higher acidic level majority of the time with what we eat and what we do. So we want to actually bring that level down to that homeostasis so that your body is running at that optimum level, which in water terms is about 7 pH. So you don't want to be running too high on acidic because it's almost like a fight and flight within your body. Like your cells are always trying to, and like it's the same. Fasting's really good. Like you should probably eat, but then stop eating at a certain time of the day. So you're at least fasting for a period of time because when you're eating all the time, your body is digesting the food. When you're actually not eating and it has time and you're fasting, so to speak, your body actually has time to then replace your cells. It rejuvenates. It has time to repair your body, which is really important for us as humans to live our best life and be as healthy as we possibly can be. So the other thing I want to talk to you about is what are your goals? Like, are your goals to be healthier? Like, rather than just making money, like there is a good commission plan with this business, but are you looking at, are you just looking at the products? Are you thinking that you want to just be healthier, or you want to do both, or you want to, you might just want to be walking into the business and just dip your toes in, which is what I did to start with. So you dip your toes in and you're just sort of experimenting a little bit with all that, because there's like over 68 uses. So there's a lot of information to absorb when you first, I suppose it's a bit like buying a new car. Like you look at the dash and you go, oh my God, there's all these buttons, there's all these things to do. But once you take the time to learn what they do with your car, then it's the same principle, so to speak. Like just as an analogy, there's a lot of uses, there's a lot of things you can do that make your life better. And you actually notice once you start drinking the water, after about 9 to 10 days, like 2 weeks, you'll actually notice how you feel. And if you're not, I wasn't a huge water drinker, so I noticed it straight away because I was starting to consume at least 2 litres of water a day. You can do more, but the beauty of the K8 machine is it filters the water as it comes through. I do recommend, depending on where you are in the world, that you look at your filtration system first to make sure that the water that you're actually pumping through the machine is actually filtered and the best quality water that you're running through your machine, because that's going through your body. So I guess when you look at the waters that you drink, your body is the filter. But if you're putting a lovely filtered, then an ionized water through it. So the K8 has 8 titanium coated plates, which the water filters through. So that charges the water and it changes that molecular level of the water to ionized water, which brings the pH up above 7 pH, which is sort of standards for the Australian like bottled water. They can't produce, it's got to be up to 7 pH, which is just the optimum level. So it's not alkaline and it's not acidity, it's in that base level. But we have an ionized machine, which then ionizes the machine. It reduces the hydrogen so that at a molecular level, your body actually absorbs it 80% more than it would just, I guess the way to explain it is how it feels like. You drink water, you feel bloated. You drink ionized water, and because the molecular level is restructured smaller, your body's actually absorbing it through the blood barrier, brain, and into your cells so much faster, and it's so much more beneficial. So you don't get that bloated feeling. You can drink this water all day, like I am, and it's the water. It's the structure of the water. I don't know if I poured this off this morning, so you can't really see, but it has still got little bubbles in it. But I try to drink, I take a water bottle with me to work. I've got a water bottle in the car. I fill them every day and I have a jug in the morning. So it's a lot, but it's flushing my system and my body feels so much better for it. So that is the benefits of having a K8. I do have a loaner machine on its way. So I'm looking forward to booking people and businesses in to try that. And I think you'll actually notice the benefits quicker than you think if you just give it a go. It just eliminates, like I've got my own testimonials and I can tell you my experiences, but we can't actually make any medical claims as such. But I just think the best way to look at this product and look at this business is to try it for yourself. So, why I became curious about the water was because I work in retail and I noticed that in the department that I was in, we were filling up with all these chemicals. Like they brought in a row and a half of all these chemicals for cleaning the home. And the more I read the like what was in them, and I'm thinking people are, there's a different thing for your floors, there's a different thing for your bench tops, there's a different thing for your windows. You're looking at disinfectants, looking at cleaners, softeners, um, dishwashing tablets, all that sort of thing, that all chemical based. And I didn't want to bring all that chemical base into my home. I was trying to remove it. We haven't been overly sick, but we did have like Pete's parents weren't very well, and that triggered me to doing a lot more cleaning for them in their home, which then prompted me to go, well, is it really safe for me to putting all this, because they were quite ill, to put this back into their home when they normally just lived a stable life. So I was sort of looking at that as well. when I went into the business. And then I came across this Facebook ad with Tanya, and she's a lovely mentor. She's my business partner. I went down and had coffee with her. I met her at Harndorf, and it was something we had in common. Like she's been navigating her elderly parents as well and doing all the things and making sure they've got good nutrition and made sure they've got good water, making sure their home's clean. And it just made sense to me to go with a more eco-friendly way because my grandma was a market gardener and she lived on a farm. So she always grew her own fruits and veggies. She was always cooking for the shearers. She was always sharing her produce with farmers and in the community. And I grew up in that environment. So I loved being part of that environment. And then we moved closer to the city out of a country town and into a bigger town. And it was just more convenient because my mum was a nurse and then she did like a daycare centre. She was a coordinator for that. So she was working like 8 till 4. So then there was no real time for her to implement any of that. So we would just go to the supermarket and we would just get what we needed. But I just remember my grandma always being so conservative and having all the things within the home. Which helped her do, like she cleaned things with lemon, with vinegar, with bicarb soda. So I just remember those things, and I probably should have paid more attention then. But this is why I love this water ionizer because it changes the molecular structure of the water. You originally would, once you go into the research of the product and where it's come from, it was established over 50 years ago, 1974, I think it was, and it was produced in Japan, and it's all done in-house from start to finish, and the founder of it, he actually wanted to have a 500-year vision where he would have an ionizer in everybody's home. Originally, it was built to disinfect and sanitize hospitals. So there's a 2.5 and 11.5 water level, which disinfects and it kills up to 99.9, I think, percent. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure, but there's a percentage of bacteria that it kills on the surface. And basically, you spray that on, it kills it. And then basically 11.5, which is the machine always produces a 14 pH. So there's two hoses and they're coming out each end. So the 11.5, you actually then degrease the surface. So any residue, anything's left after you've disinfected it, you then can remove it all. And it's all with water. There's no chemicals involved. So this machine was like really high tech to be produced to help clean hospitals. And if you know anything about Japan, they are very clever people. So when you look at like the human body, and it's largely made up of water. So we're actually made up of 75, 80% water anyway. So we drink it, we cook with it, we shower in it, and we clean with it. So yes, most of us have spent more time researching our coffee machine than what we have our water, which is what I was saying about coffee. I've worked in coffee for a long time. Um, and yeah, I didn't realize how debilitating it was because everybody was doing it. And I worked in a coffee shop. So that was our go-to. So we didn't drink a lot of water, and I did that for a long time. So I want to ask you a question. So when was the last time that you actually asked what's actually coming out of your tap? So if I think it's freedom of speech. You can go into like the local councils and the water South Australia. We're in South Australia, so I'm just out of Adelaide in Murray Bridge. You can contact SA Water and they can send you a report or a sheet that tells you what's in the water. So it would pay to have a look at that and Google that and find that on their website if you're interested to know more about what's in your tap water. Basically, it's full of chemicals. It's full of chlorine. It's full of chloramine. It's got so many different things in it that they use to sanitize the water, but it's dead water. There's no structure in that water to make it good for you. It's basically just giving you a water source. And that's why I'm saying it's so important to filter out all those elements in your water and then run it through the filter in the K8 and run it through that ionizer through those 8 titanium coated plates, which restructure it. And it just is so much more beneficial to you and your family. So researchers have found that the microplastics are in the human blood. So basically, all the plastic that they brought in, oh, I suppose that was about the same time, the 1970s, everything started changing from paper to plastic. Now we're finding that all those microplastics are in the human blood. So it's very hard for us to not have microplastics, but it's really nice to be aware and it's really nice to have at least try to do that for yourself. So I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to encourage the curiosity side of it. I'm just on a bit of a time schedule, so I've just done a few dot notes in my phone. So just bear with me so I don't get off track. So, so why filtration matters. So if you could give one piece of advice tonight, it would be to filter your water. So I've just covered that topic with you. So good filtration matters. Even if you don't purchase a K8, I just would highly recommend that you look at what your water's coming through as far as your filtration. Some people have rainwater, some people have bore water, some people have main access to mains water. So just depending on what your water quality is, I would definitely be looking in a filtering system at the very least. And then contact me, come and get a K8. So you want to look at, there's a lot of different examples of filters. So you can get benchtop filters, you can get under the sink filters, whole house systems, and you can get water ionizers. So with our water ionizer, we do not recommend that you put it under the bench because it will void the warranty. So it is something that you would need to have on your kitchen bench. It's just become part of my appliances now. It's the same as my air fryer. I've got the Thermomix up there, my bullet blender that I use for my smoothies. So it just becomes part of your appliances in your kitchen. If you really don't want to have it on your bench, you can maybe get a cabinet maker to build it into your cabinetry, but it needs to be above the water tap. And then other people have also put them in like a second kitchen, or they've got them in the laundry. So then they're not looking at it every day, but they've still got access to it and they can leave it all connected. The other beauty about the K8 is it's fully portable. You can actually take it anywhere with you. We did a convention at Brisbane last year, and I just took it with me. I just packed it in there. I've got a caravan, take it with me. So you can also run the water off if you want to just take it as a portable thing. But the thing is, because it's restructured, after a while, the bubbles do, it restructures back to the 7 pH. But when it's ionized, it's restructured to a higher level. That's the best time to drink it. The 7 pH is more for if you're taking medications, you're doing baby bottles. That's just a more all-rounder drinking water. So whereas I'm up to, like, you start off at the 8, you go through 8.5, then you go up to 9, and that's where I sit now. And I love that. I call it my supercharged water. Gets me through the day. Um, so I'm just wanting to build a bit of trust and educate you first. So there's no pressure in what I'm doing, but I do want to share it with as many people as I possibly can to help them in their homes because there's so much going on in the world at the moment. Why wouldn't you want to be healthy? Winter's here at the moment, so everybody's got colds and flus. I have not had a flu shot for 13 years and I haven't had a flu. I might get a touch where I might get like snotty, a bit run down, a bit of a sore throat, and I just find I just keep drinking the water. I can gargle the 11.5. I used to get tonsillitis a lot. I don't get that anymore. I used to have a lot of hay fever, so I was always taking antihistamines for as long as I can remember. As a child, I was taking antihistamines. I've been on this water for over 2 years, and I don't remember the last time I had to reach for an antihistamine to unblock my face. It's helped me with all my mucus issues, my ears, nose, and throat. That's my personal experience. I don't know what your health issues are as to recommending what it was going to do for you. I wouldn't know. So unless you actually trial it for a couple of weeks and actually see the benefits for yourself, you're not going to know because every person's different. Everyone has different health levels. So I'm sorry I don't have a miracle cure, but it's definitely worth trying. Um, so with my water journey, I am still in my traditional job. I did look at this as part of becoming more flexible and having freedom with my time. Like I said, I've got 3 grandies. I've got a dog that wants to be walked. I've got a partner that loves fishing, like loves fishing. And this is a business that we can take. If we want to go for 3 months, which is a trip that we're planning at the moment, we can pack up the machines. We can take the water with us, but my business is running on the back end. I can tap into it when I've got reception. I can look at what's going on. But the business side of it, which we have an educational platform which we offer, which is free. And I mean, you can use the education platform for any business that you have. It doesn't have to be this business. It can be, we offer that to anybody. They have access to that. So then that's all automated. I can set it up automation. I can go, right, I've got everything ready for the month and off we go. Don't have to look at it. And my business is running behind the back end. And that is the beauty of this business. I have not seen anything else. And the compensation plan is high affiliate. So you get really good commissions. And at the moment, our commission points are 8 times what they would normally be per product. So that's very exciting. That's only till the end of, what have we got? 7 days. 7 days left of that offer, where you get 8 points instead of one, which just skyrockets your business. So if you're really seriously looking into that, please contact me and I will get you on the track to where you need to be. And we'll just, even if you buy one product in the next 7 days, you're going to benefit from that than selling 8 products, if that makes sense. Like there's the compensation plan is really good for this month. And those people that I've spoke to, please contact me again if you've made your decision. That would be great. Okay. What else did I want to talk about? So looking for the better health and flexibility, we've covered on that. Start to ask the questions. So please ask me as many. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Please ask me questions. And yes, I bought my K8 2 years ago and I've never looked back. And I'm still experimenting with all the uses. Like I have moments where I go, oh, I need to clean my barbecue. How would I do that with my K8? And I look through the ebook that I have, and I have a free ebook if anybody wants the ebook on the uses to have a look at what it does. And off I went and cleaned my barbecue, and it was effortless. Like instead of going and you good old Bunnos, you go there and you get your can of carcinogenic, it's like a spray on foam barbecue cleaner. I don't know what, my partner's the cook, so he loves to cook in the barbecue, and the oven's the same. Like you want to have chemical free. You don't want to be spraying that stuff and breathing it and then scraping it all off and washing it and just, yeah, the machine is beautiful for that. And I actually bought my Anespa first because of my skin and my irritations. I'd had an injury at work, so I was doing a lot of hydrotherapy, and I went, I want something because, like, I don't know whether you've done hydrotherapy if you've been in local like pools. This one's up at the hospital. It was so full of chlorine, and I was so itchy, like my eyes were itchy, my skin was itchy. To come home and wash all that chlorine off, I would wash out the pool, but I'm also washing that off after I get out and come home in my Anespa, which I noticed the difference. There is no chlorine smell with the Anespa. It actually filters out all of that, and it's like having a day spa. Like it's hard to explain. The water's softer, it's smoother. Like I had dry patches, and like being here up the Murray at Murray Bridge, you find sometimes the water changes, and I guess it's with the seasons as well. But I was having dry patches, skin, like my elbows, my knees, which is part of it, which is sort of normal, I guess, with aging. But I like even my hair is so much softer and better with using this Anespa. And it basically is a filter system. It's got all your Japanese ionized rocks in there, and it filters all the crap. It's just so much better than having just straight mains water. And it's better for your family too. Like it's nothing worse than having a bath. And like my partner filled up a bath for me, and it was so full of chlorine because he didn't flick the switch over. So he just filled it from the tap. And I opened the bathroom door and I thought he'd cleaned it with bleach. Like the smell in there was disgusting. And I just drained it. I just emptied it. Like, yes, it was a full bath of wasted water, but I wanted to experience my Anespa, which is something that you can attach to your shower. You don't need a plumber. You just plug it in where your shower head is, and it's got a line that goes through the machine. It's also got another line. You just turn the switch on that, and that runs it into your bath. You can attach it to the wall. You can have it on the floor in your shower, or you can have it built in your wall if you're building a bathroom. Some people have two. If they've got two bathrooms, they'll have one in the ensuite and one in their main bathroom. So it's definitely a great little machine to have just to have something to shower in. So you're bathing in nice water because your body is your skin is an organ that absorbs the water. So like I said, our bodies are made up of 80%, 75% water, but our skin, our main organ that wraps our body, absorbs all those chemicals. So whatever you're showering in and whatever you're swimming in, your body, if you're in there for like an hour or so, like I was doing an hour session, that was all being absorbed into my body. So yeah, I would recommend an S, and that's probably a bit cheaper than a K8 if you want to invest in the business. Like if you want to start off in the business with good points, then do the Anespa, then do the K8 and whatever else you want to put underneath it. Build a package. Like you can do 3 packages, you can do 4 products, you can do a fast track, like whatever works for you. I would highly recommend you setting up your house now so that it's just better for you. Oh gosh, my glasses are crooked. Right. So I've spoke to you about that. I've spoke to you that I've purchased my load machine and I'm excited to share that with anyone that's interested, whether you're a personal, for your personal use in your home, or if you want it because it's fully portable, or and you don't need a plumber to fit that either, or if you have a business and you've seen me and you want to, you're interested in what I'm doing, I'm more than happy to come and share it with your business as well, whether it's a gym, whether it's a naturopath, whether it's like a wellness center. If you've got a retreat coming up and you'd like me to come to that, I'll be more than happy to bring my water machine. And then I've also can offer, yeah, people can come into my home and experience it for themselves, but you want to do it for a period of time. It's like it does make a difference. You're not going to notice a difference from one glass of water, but you can come and try and taste it if you like. So, so basically, I'm still learning through the school, which is a really good platform, really good for high ticket affiliate marketing. I knew nothing about that to start. I've spent the last 12 months building my business. So you can be a walker, you can be a jogger, you can be a runner in this business. It's entirely up to you. You buy your product, you might just sit there and you want to just use them, or you might want to build your business. So depending on what you put into it will be what you get out of it. There's no guarantees, there's no claims. You can dip your toes and suss it out, or you can go, right, no, I want to do more of this and I want to learn more and I want to get this up and running. Or you can be a runner and you can just take it to the next level. There's a lot of people that have come into this business that were already 6-figure earners, but they've taken this on as well because they want to accelerate, and their glass ceiling is way, way higher. So it depends on what you want to do with this, whether you just want the products or whether you want the business that goes with it. And I highly recommend the business side if you're working 9 to 5 and you want to get sort of out of that and have that more flexibility to do the things that you enjoy to do with your family and your friends. So I haven't done this overnight, and I'm learning something every day. I try and invest at least an hour a day, 30 minutes. A lot of people do their wellness, they do their 15 minutes of meditation, they get up, they eat a healthy breakfast, they take a dog for a walk, they might do reading. We've got lots of opportunities to broaden your inner work because a lot of businesses are 80% inner work and 20% doing the strategy. So we will do more of that later on as I do more sessions with you guys. And so I've explained to you what the K8 does, the basics. I have got a masterclass on Monday night, which I do like to go through the slides. So every Monday night, I like to go through my slides, talk to you about the compensation plan, the products that we have available, and it's just an overview. It's about I suppose it's about 60 slides, but it's usually an hour on a Monday. About 7:30 is a good time for me to do it. And just reach out to me if you want the link, and I'll share that with you, and you can come on the masterclass with me Monday night. So I'm trying to just keep this simple because it is just basically a coffee and catch up. I need to take a breath because I'm actually having water. I've had my coffee, I'm having water now. So I've discussed the filtration. I've discussed there's lots of different water settings. So there's a 2.5, 11.5. It always pumps out 14 pH. And then there's buttons on the settings. There's different languages. So you can put in 2.5, you can put in a 4 or 6 pH, which is basically your beauty water. So this is what you used for cleaning your face. You can use it as a cleanser and a toner. You can use it to clean your windows. You can use it for, yeah, there's like over 68 uses for the water. So then you go from 4 pH, you tap the button to 7 pH, which what I said earlier was You can use the 7pH for your drinking water, and if you're taking medications, and if you doing baby formula, that's always good to just do a 7pH, which is similar to your bottled water that you would get from a supermarket. But I don't recommend bottled water because it's microplastics. You don't know how long it's been stored. It's dead water. It's got no nutrients in it whatsoever. Yes, it's the convenience of having it in a slab of 20 and you can throw it in the back of the car and you've got access for it for the kids. But there's no benefit for it. Like it's this water, I can't stress enough how nice it is to have good water and have a body that makes you feel like you're alive. Like it is good water. So then once you get past your 7pH, you're looking at your 8, your 8.5, your 9, which is the molecular level changing, which is when the ionization happens, which is when the molecular level is changed. The water runs through the 8 titanium coated plates, and then you've got it's antioxidant, it's hydrogen rich, and it's alkalized water. So it's a whole nother level. It's got the minerals in it. It's minerally rich water. It's beautiful. And I just love it. I just um love it. So yes, I've spoke to the water, the cleaning water, the strong acidic water is your 2.5, and then your alkaline water is your 9. So they're different ends of the scale. So I will do a bit of a workshop where I show you all the different colours. I normally do that when I go to an expo or I do a market, and I show all the different colours of the pH level between your acidic water, which is quite yellow, up to your alkaline water, which is quite purple. And our water is really purple. So yeah, it's very beneficial to the body. So I'd like to mention I have got a 68 uses ebook that I have available. If anyone wants that, just reach out to me and I'll send that out to you. And I cannot make any medical claims. And it's become one of the most used appliances in our home, which is, I can vouch for that. And the best way to understand water is to experience it for yourself. So what I'm offering at the moment is contact me. So I've put you on the list to have a trial offer. I would recommend 9 to 10 days or 2 weeks for that, just depending on what you're doing in your life. That would be my high recommendation, which is my loan machine. So I've got a bit of a list going for that. So I just need to know what works for you, and then I can let you know what the dates are available for that loaner machine. I'm happy to do in-home demonstrations. You can come to my home if you're in Murray Bridge or the local area, or I'm happy to travel to come and see you, whether you're in the Riverland, in the Mallee, you might be York Peninsula, like as long as you're within a radius, I'll come for the weekend or I'll come up for a couple of days and we'll have a play with it if you like, and we can definitely do it in-home demonstration. And if you have a few people that are interested that you're sort of starting to look into it and someone's gone, yeah, I've looked at that and I might and you want to sort of see it and feel it and taste it, then I'm more than happy to step out and come and see you about that. And just ask me any questions. Like if I don't answer on the day, because like I said, I do have a traditional job, then that's fine. But I will try to get back to you within 24 to 48 hours, have a conversation. I have got links that I can send straight through to you. If you want to have a look at the products, if you want to have a look at the business, if you want to have a look at the education platform, the digital era is epic. Like there's so much stuff in there. If you are wanting to learn to if you've got an existing business and you want to get it more online and get more reach, this school is great for that, this digital era. And also, you don't have to you don't have to buy into my business, but we have opportunities for you if you have your own business, which is really good to build and scale your own business because a lot of people are only scaling it at about 2 out of 10. Like there's so much education now, and don't be afraid of AI. AI is your friend if you use it in the right context. Yes, it can be dangerous and it can be scary. And like most people, we don't like change. We're old school. We don't want to look at new things unless it's something beneficial. But if you're trying and you're a small business and you're trying to um, broaden your clientele and get where you want to be, then I would highly recommend you reach out to me and I can show you a bit about what we're learning and how to take your business to the next level with the digital era that's coming. It's coming. We don't have a choice. It's not going away anytime soon, and you want to embrace it and I wouldn't be sticking my head in the sand. I would be embracing it. I'm 52. Like, I'm going with it because I need to be able to move with the times. The job that I'm in is quite physical, and I've been doing that for 15 years. And I know like I have dipped my toes. I have done smaller things, like I've done nutrimetics. I mean, I still do nutrimetics. Um, I've done other low ticket things, and I found you've got to put so much effort into it to get a sale. It's the same effort, but you're getting high ticket. So when you look at the difference between how much time and energy you're putting into it, you can go from low commissions to high commissions. And if you've already got your clientele, that's a bonus for you because this is building another leg on your business. So we've talked about I can talk to you a little bit about the ebook. So the ebook has got what's in your water. It talks about microplastics and it talks about why filtration matters. It also talks about the different types of water systems that we have available. The KA is explained, so it's more the scientific side of it and how it works. I can add my personal story for you. And there's also frequently asked questions at the end of that. And then there's also information on how to trial a machine. So what I want to touch on now, because we've only probably got 10 minutes left of this little Zoom call, and thank you for staying engaged. Like I said, still put a 1, 2, or a 3, depending on what level you're at. That would be great. And keep engaged with me. So we have a July 8-point offer. So at the moment, this month happens to be the best time to explore the K8 because the current 8-point promotion. So there's 8 pieces to a pie. So imagine an apple pie. So all the other months of the year, they did do this in June, but now they've extended it into July. Whatever product you purchased or whatever product you sold, you would get 1 point. And there are some other products that are less, that are like half a point. So when you look at a commission plan, you might buy one product and then you might buy your own products underneath you, which is highly recommended. And then there's a fast track strategy, and then there's also 8 points. So at the moment, the reason I was so determined, I've been trying to navigate getting my loaner sheet to get this out to more people, and I might still buy another one before the end of the month. So I just wanted to get another loaner machine so I get the extra 8 points, which builds me up the ranks, which gives me more commission. So the compensation plan and the commission plan, I do go more into detail with that on a Monday on a masterclass, more so than I do in just a catch up. So it is a limited time. You've got 7 days left to contact me and reach out and get this all happening. And it's great value if you're considering more eco-friendly living at the very least. At least you're at a good rank with your own business. And you can also ask me privately and I will send you out the details. So just in closing, I would just like to say that my goal tonight, it's not like, yes, I've talked a lot about sales and buying a product, but it's not always about selling a product to you. This is about you being aware of what's in your home, what you're buying at supermarkets, and how you can be more eco-friendly. So this wasn't just to sell you anything. It was just to keep you thinking about difference and about the water that you're putting into your body. Because if you don't have a filtration system on your home, then you are the filter. So I want you to think about that every single day. So every single day you're putting in shit water, your body then has to filter that out of the body to give you the optimum health benefits for you. So if you've learnt anything tonight, then simply decide to filter your water better. That's a win for me. So, and if you'd like to explore more with the KA and trial a low machine or grab my free ebook, I'd love to help you. So also I'd like to do education first. I like to do the experience second, and then you can make your own decision at the end. So my call to action for you today, drop in the chat. You can comment water if you want, or 1, 2, 3. If you'd like to get my free ebook, you can put ebook, like any one of those answers I'm going to respond to. If you're really keen on a trial and you'd like to experience the loaner machine, then please please reach out to me and put trial. And the KA, if you'd like more information on this month's 8-point offer, I would really highly recommend that you reach out to me. Don't leave it till the 7th day. Like, try and do that because I've got a couple of days of work and I've got a couple of days off. I've got like the next 3 days off. So I'd be more than happy to do that with you over the weekend if you want to, if that works for you. But just reach out to me and we'll try and connect and get it sorted. It's not a hard process, it's very simple to do it. And I just send you a link, you follow the process and you look at it. And there's videos and there's it's all automated. And that's the beauty of this business. I can just go, yep, I can send you the link and it's all done for you. So that's the back end of my business, which is running while I'm at work. So I love it. So um, I hope you've got some value over the last 30 minutes. I know that was a lot and I was talking very fast, but I'm trying to go over that every Thursday. If there's anything more that you want to know, like I said, feel free to reach out to me and I can contact you during the week. And I can also cover that on a Thursday. So if you want to have a coffee and a chat and there's things that you want to discuss, send me the information or whatever it is. That you want to know, and I can cover it on next Thursdays because I'm trying to do it every Thursday. So we can look at even we can discuss even like your blockages. Like I'm open to have any sort of conversation. It doesn't have to be about the water or the business. You can tell me how you're feeling. You can tell me where you're stuck and where you're overwhelmed. Because I honestly think that this is for everybody. That you may not know that this is what you need and what you want, but I actually think it's for everybody, and it's a really good opportunity for everybody to have in their home. And the company is actually surrounded by a 500-year vision. Like he would like to have one of these in every home over the next 500 years. So if you look at when air fryers come out, not many people had air fryers, but then they did actually go and buy a heap of air fryers. It's the same as like your thermomixers. Like this is just another product to enhance your health and your well-being, and I highly recommend it. So today, I'm glad that you joined me. I'm glad I got to talk about the courses, about the coaching, and we have a beautiful community here in Agic. And I would be more than happy to have another conversation with you anytime. And I look forward to seeing you at Monday's masterclass or at Thursday's coffee and chat. Bye for now, guys. See you later.